I dedicate this song to our mother.
I say we love you, mama.
Mama, we love you.
We love you, Mama.
I say we love you, Mama.
We love you, Mama.
Mama, we love you.
We love you, Mama.
I say we love you, Eji.
We love you, Mama.
Eji girl, we love you.
We love you, Mama.
Yes, that's the sound of the man there, the man Lord Kent. The man Lord Kent out of Sugar City St. Kitts by way of here, Harlem, New York. My boy Kent there, presenting some tribute to his mom, you know, some years back, and the song is like Never Get Old. Lovely, lovely track. I'm DJ Morrishaw, and I'm coming to you live and direct from the Gaza here this afternoon. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the Boogie Down Bronx. Very sunny on the outside. Honestly, I had no intentions of going live before next week, but yesterday morning I woke up to some very, very disturbing WhatsApp flooding my phone regarding a very good friend of mine there, gentleman by the name of Jesse. You know, my good buddy there, brother Jesse Estefan's son, you know. He always tell his son to refer to me as Uncle Jeff, you know, and we have that good relationship. And those WhatsApp I was receiving was very disturbing. But since then, I realized that he came forward and had a little conversation with Sister Sincere yesterday on the Freedom FM radio, because as I received those messages, I basically was at a loss, hurt at a loss at the same time, because I want to know, should I pick up the phone and call Dwyer? Should I wait and let things quiet down before I call him? What to do? And I basically was at a loss of what to do. But I did the next best thing. I think I should just wait and see what happens and take it from there. And I did not make that call last night. Got up this morning, turned on the television, and the first thing I saw on CNN, they're speaking about the mental breakdown that is taking place around the globe and stuff like that. And I said, you know, today's Mother's Day. I should give some tribute to the mothers around the globe, though my mother is no longer on this side with us. I do love the mothers, so I want to big up the mothers out there. I cannot call every mother's name, so I'm not going to get myself into any trouble by start calling names. But what I'm going to say is special happy Mother's Day to Sister Gwyneth Morrishaw, Sister Beverly Morrishaw. Hope you all is well. Want to big up Mommy there in the Tobago area. Sister Mommy, happy Mother's Day. Gloria Beard. Sister Deborah Wallace, I must say, missionary Deborah Wallace, if I must say that. Sister Melissa Beard, my girl there. Sister Melva. Hope that you guys are doing well. I want to big up my family there in St. Kitts Nevis and around the globe. I'm going to be dropping some Mother's Day song tributes to the mothers this afternoon. But at some point in time, I'm going to have to drop into that clip with Brother Jesse giving his experience of what transpired on Freedom FM yesterday with Sister Sincere. And I didn't plan to go public with the situation, but since Jesse already went public and it seems as though he wants to be an advocate for the mental illness that has affected many of us, I think it's only fair that I give it some legs. So I definitely will drop that clip. But even more disturbingly, there's some other stuff that I realized that is taking place in the Federation. I saw a broadcast there from my boy, Brother Model Cop this morning. I also captured a clip of that broadcast, and I decided that I will also bring that to the people today, just so that we can sensitize the general public on what is going on, and to try and be our brother's keeper. You know, some months ago, we spoke about mental health and I spoke about someone there who I know is mentally ill. One barber guy here in the Bronx from St. Kitts, that I understand that mental health come in many different ways. And at the end of the day, we can either try to deal with it, push them to the limit, because, you know, if you fire back at some of these people, they end up taking their life, because there are things that they have in their closet that if it become public, they cannot live with themselves. So you try to understand and ease back, because once you apply the pressure, then you cannot live with yourself when some of these ignorant bigots, bombastic people take their life. So you just have to, for peace in the valley, you know, you sit back and look at things take its place. But before I get into my second track, let me take some time out to big up some folks and say good afternoon, happy Mother's Day to some of the folks out there. Sister Cora Bennett, hope you're doing well, happy birthday. Yvonne Jeffers, Tracy Jeffers, happy Mother's Day to you guys. Sister Jennifer Hutchinson, hope all is well with you guys. Sister Ruthlin Hill, your mother, good evening, how are you doing? Everything good? Sister Hazel Claxton, happy Mother's Day to you. Sister Naomi Ward Batcher, how are you doing? Gigi Williams, how about Loretta Clark Queely? You guys are okay? Visha Stapleton, everything good with you guys? Hope all is well. You know, Sister Janice Daniel Hodge, blessings to you and the group there. I understand you guys having a Mother's Day event there at Occasions and Nevis. I'm pretty sure you guys will be having a ball. Sister Patty Bartlett and Sister JD Cates, hope all is well with you all. Sister Anne Busu, Sister Deli Busu, I hope you guys are doing fine. Want to big up my boy there, Brother Curtis Crook. Hope all is well with you and the family. I know you feel the role of a mother and a father, so I hope you don't take offense when I say to you, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day when you call my brother. I want to big up Sister Laura Williams there. How are you doing? Sister Cleon, hope all is well with you. I gotta drop this track here. I want to drop this track here, Mother's Love by the man himself, the mighty Sparrow. I think his rendition of Mother's Love is really fitting at this time for us. So let's take a little listen to this one. Good afternoon, Sister Catherine Morris, Louise Morris. Hope all is well with you guys there and the island of St. Kitts. Stand by.
In this place, certain men should hide their face. The way they treat them others at this place. In this place, certain men should hide their face. The way they treat them others at this place. Neglect the old lady for donkey years when she dead. They shedding crocodile tears and spending money like hell to buy a casket big like Hilton Hotel. But when their mother was alive, they didn't know she dead. It's nightclubs and brothel, the money used to spend. They used to carry on, but now that she is gone, them hypocrites does weep and mourn. Well, if you are lucky and still have your mommy, remember what Sparrow said. Forget them jagabats and all them Jezebel and make sure your mommy okay. So in this creek, some of them drunk in the street and mama have nothing to eat. Buying company, every day they in a spree and their mommy belly empty. I know a man one night joined the wife to cuss his mother. 2 weeks later he end up in Korea. When she dead he start to moan and shout, I wish the dead could have wake up and bust the damn out. When his mother was in need, he didn't pay her heed, and she had to eat the bread the devil need. It was so unfair, I mean a postcard once a year, to pretend you're so sincere. No, she don't need a lot, just give her what you got, whether you're rich or you're poor, I say. Only on a birthday should not be the way, every day should be Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Mommy, so don't leave her in tears and sorrow. Don't forget that you owe her the respect that all good mothers should get. You got to make it a point of duty. Try and see that she's always happy, not like those who just pay the bill, only to make sure that their name come out in the will. You drove her out her mind, you treated her unkind. How could you be so blind to leave Mama to pine? The pain she had to bear to bring you safely here, and now you don't really care. You treated her crude, and for your ingratitude, someday you will have to pay. Because retribution meets every man who treats his mommy that way. My friend, tell me, why do you pretend to remember your mother then? Why do you mourn when she's buried all alone and no longer can she return? The Lord above will take care of her up there, but your obligation lies right here. It's unkind to leave her undone. Don't be a blasted, ungrateful son. Now after all is said and done, I'm warning every son, give your mama your love and affection. Try to understand, she did the best she can. Now give her a helping hand. No, you cannot repay even until your dying day, though you may own the stars and moon above. You'll be a very lucky fella if you still have the treasure as the wealth of a mother's love.
Nice, nice. The song of the mighty sparrow. Mother's love. I love that one. I love that one. Sister Ruthlin Hill, I hope you love that one. I want to big up my partner there, the man. How about there in the island of Nevis? Brother Elvin Ellie there in the California area. Sister Lioness Charles, hope you're doing well. Happy Mother's Day. I also want to big up there Lorna Doe Huggins, Rhonda Brown. Hope you guys are doing fine. You know, I got a track here I want to drop from a gentleman out of the Virgin Islands. And I want to big up the Mean Dean and the man Willie Spinney, because I've been looking all over today for this track that I had in my folder. And for some reason, I couldn't find this track. And good thing I have my backup guys there in the Virgin Islands that, just like my boy DJ Rabuka, the man Lincoln Hobson, whenever I run short on anything, I just pick up that phone and then it's in my inbox. In no time, you know, these guys definitely found this track for me, and I just love the lyrics to this track, you know. The gentleman who produced this song goes by the name of Cecil Alexander Butch Rapports, from the best of them. And this one is called That's Your Mother. And I just love the way that this track is put together, and I hope you guys can take a listen and enjoy this track as well. Want to big up my SK Massive.
Trouble again. I'm mad now. But do my day die. I know you want cry. Crocodile tears. Thank you, Jesus, for my mama Daphne. A mother is a woman you should always show enough respect.
For sure.
A mother is a woman you're supposed to love until death. But some people nowadays, they treat their mothers like dogs. That's why now in life they have it so hard. You never listen when mama talk. That's your mother.
Oh yeah.
You woulda cuss and start walking off. That's your mother. Try and understand where me coming from. That's your mother.
Oh yeah.
There is no other like your mother. Put she in a home, leave she there all alone. You wouldn't even pick up the phone. Boy, that is your mother. Give me brass.
Seriously.
Right? Set and grateful picking niggas. But do my day die. I know you want cry. Don't cry, Jack. Crocodile tears, yo. Huh. Who frets dead? If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here today. Some of us don't know we father is two parents she had to play. Working 2 and 3 jobs just to try to make the ends meet. Making sure we all had something to eat. Now that your back is against the wall, that's your mother. First person you call, that's your mother. Following your friends and end up in jail, that's your mother. Who you call for bail, that's your mother. Put she in a home, leave she there all alone. You wouldn't even pick up the phone, boy. That is your mother.
Yeah.
Give me now. You left she there for die. I know you want for cry. You leave she all alone. It's now you want come home. You left she there for die. 'Cause that is your mother. And respect your mother. 'Cause there is no other.
It's a Mother's Day.
Golden, Sito, Joey, Gail, Shugi, best of them, and Sergeant. Checkmate. For those who have a mother, it's time to
should kiss her before it is much too late. Better do it while she living, don't wait till she dead and gone. This is not the time to treat her with scorn. Remember all that she did for you. That's your mother.
Oh yeah.
Someone you could always start to. That's your mother. The only one that you get in life. That's your mother. Who made all those sacrifice. That's your mother. Put she in a home. Leave she there all alone. You wouldn't even pick up your phone, boy. That is your mother. You left she there for die. And now you want for cry. You leave she all alone. It's now you want come home. You left she there for die. And that is your mother. And there is no other. Why respect your mother? Oh, guy,
Oh yeah.
are you? Me don't know. Me, I have husband Elijah. You mean to tell me I am not for this woman, so? She said, I did college. Oh, guy, you have your big job and so now. Remember, I pick your watch, are you? Just why do I, woman? You do I the same son, Jack? Did you hear me? And there is no other. Why respect your mother? Kimo, bam bam, Kimo, Queen. Boy, I tell you, I'm David, boy. That's all I have. From your womb to the tomb. I see you have a deal with you. Be alright. Alright.
Yes, man. You gotta love your mother. You never know what you lost until that time. 1992 was a very sad period for me. My mom went to sleep comfortable, never woke up the next morning. I remember I was at a funeral some years ago in St. Kitts, not too long, in Keon, and there was a lady preaching at a funeral, and she was giving this story that she saw the lady that was in the casket at the time, just a few days earlier in Bastia, and the lady went home to sleep. She never knew the lady will wake up dead. Well, the whole church went up in a uproar because, I mean, you never know that somebody could wake up dead. But it was a good laugh, but I understood the story. And I just want to big up my sister there, and told her sister, Esther Hutchinson Pasade, and the kids, hope all is well. Sister Ann Farrell Smith, hope all is well with you as well there. My cousin Juliet, Bridget, Claudette, Vera, hope you guys are doing well. Gloria, Lynette, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Even though our Prime Minister is not a mother, I see him really paying very close attention to his sons. I just want to wish my Prime Minister, our kind, caring, honorable Prime Minister, wherever you may be, a lovely Sunday afternoon, a lovely weekend. Hope all is well with you. I know there's a lot of chitter-chatter going on in the Federation at the moment, but we are keeping our eyes wide open, and we understand that you have to appoint and assign people to do their job. You cannot hold their hand and lead them. They have to make their mistakes and correct their mistakes and stuff like that. But we know that you are doing your best, and you have our full support. The entire Federation, at home and abroad, we the diaspora are praying for you and wishing you well, because we know once you do well, the entire Federation will, and there'll be many people out there to bless. So the Honorable Dr. Terence Joe, continue to hold your head up high, and whatever it's taking place out there, we will beat it. One way or the other, we will beat it. Same goes out to my brother there, Brother Jesse Estefan. I know you had must be a very testy weekend based on that little video clip that was sent to me. I heard you saying you're 75 years old and you cannot deal with this. Well, partner, I can remember when my mother died and my Aunt Louise was trying to calm me down, and I told her that I couldn't deal with the situation. I don't want to live. The way I felt, whatever that might have been, she said to me, don't worry, you're going to deal with this and you're going to deal with a lot more. And she must have known what she was talking about, because since 1992, I have dealt with many, many more. Had to deal with many, many more deaths of close friends and family to me. You know, had an adopted mother there in England that almost took my life when I got the news. Sister Emily Hutchinson, when she passed away. That was another rough one. In 2000, I had another rough one, close one, Clementina Hutchinson, Bunny there. I saw her before going to Bastille. She told me we're going to chat when I come back home. And when I got back home, I had enough time to get to the house to see her, as a matter of fact, because I went into Bastille in the morning, and I got back to St. Paul's sometime after 11 a.m. and had enough time to go and see her to chat. But I thought I had enough time to go and chat with her later that day. God had a different plan. You know, sometime after 1 o'clock, my cousin there, Twinkie, came and knocked on the door. And when I responded, he told me the old lady gone. I asked him, what do you mean the old lady gone? He said, Mom gone. I said, Mom gone where? He said, Mom dead. I said, Mom can't dead just so. Mom told me when I come back from town, we're going to chat. I came back from town for us to chat. Mom can't dead so. And again, I went into a very deep depression. And anything could have happened to me then, because I didn't see a need to live after that. I look at all the options. People might not have understood that I went that deep, because I didn't see there was a need to continue. And I want to thank a young lady by the name of Sandra, who spoke to me and kept my company and talked me down and gave me other reasons to move on and not thinking that way and stuff like that. And that was in 2000. Then come, I think was 2011, my Aunt Susan gave me another punch in Tortola when my sister called and told me that I need to come to Tortola. Just had a couple of days with Susan before I watched her wither away right before my eyes. 2017, 2018. Well, even before I get to 2018, 2017, 2018, my brother Leroy here on the 3rd of March passed away. I only found out on the 4th. That again, I went into a very deep depression. Could have done things to myself because I didn't think there was much to live for at that time. I questioned God. I said, why not me? Why him? And those are some things that I dealt with. 3 months, actually, I think it was 3 months to the date. 3-4 months to the date of the March 3rd is when my other brother kicked it off, Phantomus, who called me and told me he coming to St. Kitts to visit me before he leave, and never got to speak with me. I got the news when I woke up, Phantomus passed away, my uncle Arlington. And that is all that we've been getting over the years. And I keep saying to people, do good because we're just passing through. There's a young lady and her husband that's supposed to be traveling to St. Kitts with us next month in June. She already made all the preparation and stuff like that. And next thing you know, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, had to do emergency surgery, have to start treatment, got to pull out from traveling to St. Kitts. These are things that we have before us, people. I come here today, not that I want to be here. I come here today because I want to give people hope and understand that you are not in it alone. everybody is going through something. So when you're all out there taking your WhatsApp and video clips and going out there and circulating them, you all are doing damage to people. You're not helping the situation. You're creating problems. Let's try and think of other people. You know, last Wednesday, I had a conversation with the Honorable Joseph Parry here in this program. And we were talking about the situation that is taking place there and the NIA with the past election and the situation with Sister Cleone and stuff like that. And during that interview, Brother Joseph Parry made an appeal to the people of Nevis and the supporters of NRP to pull back, ease up, you know, leave Cleone alone. She will eventually end up wherever she needs to end up. She's no longer relevant in the NRP or whatever. And I was going to say to Mr. Parry, I was going to say to him, but Mr. Parry is wanting to say, ease up and leave her alone. But she campaigned as an NRP candidate. She's elected into the NIA as an NRP candidate. Now claims she is independent. So if she wants people to ease up, she needs to resign and give the people a chance to decide whether they want an independent, CCM or NRP person in the NIA. But I pull back with that response. Why I pull back with that response is simply because I see the passion in which Brother Parry was speaking. And I'm pretty sure many people out there has accused him, blame him for the havoc that Ms. Stapleton had caused on the NRP and the situation that the NRP is in. So I had no intention of pushing him any further into guilt. What I was happy for is that Brother Parry came and cleared the air on many of the things that was muddy. Because you all know. Now, if you did not know then, I think it should be very clear that just like the advisor of Ms. Simmons, advisor Baby Brantley, just as deceitful and deceitful as he is, she's just the same. And you listen to her talking about not wanting the leadership position, the leader of the opposition position. You heard Mr. Parry states that she came to him following the election. And that is what she said to him, that is where her interest was. And these are mental people. They has mental issues, because anyone who are not mentally ill in some form or fashion, why would you want to think that the leader of a party were elected into the island administration, and you, who might be second or third in command, should be the leader of the opposition? So I take it as just the same that she came and lied to us, that she had no intention of being that. Hadn't Mr. Parry came and clarified that for me, I would have still be out there wondering who is telling the truth. But don't forget that my grandmother told me, a liar have no memory, you know. That's why I do my best to talk it like it is. Who don't like it? Tough. Who don't appreciate me for my truthfulness? Tough. Because to remember all the lies is a very hard job. That in itself, lying is a mental problem as well. You know. And she herself came and lied on herself, you know, because in one of the interviews she spoke either on the regional media or on Freedom FM. She said following the election, she went and asked the leader of NRP, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, would she support her as the leader of the opposition? Short of that, she would want to be the person to nominate the senator. And these things I am saying, I want people to think clear, because for the first time, with all of the back and forth chatter that took place for the last couple of weeks, I've heard my boy Dwyer and Sam Kanda and them sidestep the issue. But I heard Dwyer said in his clip to the narrative last week, 2 weeks ago, that the rightful thing to do was for Janice to become the leader of the opposition. And I said to my boy Dwyer, if the rightful thing to do was for Janice, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, to become the leader of the opposition, and Miss Cleone Stapleton Simmons, who has been referring to the constitution of the NIA all along, what does that constitution say about naming the senator or the member to the NIA? She knows that it says the leader of the opposition has that right, but she's asking, does she want to cut a deal? And I thank God for someone like Janice Daniel Hodge, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, to realize the relevance that 1 plus 1, 1 against 1 is one thing. But if you're going to give someone a machete to cut your ass, then you definitely don't deserve to be a leader of any party or of any opposition. So we have moved on from there. But I say that to say all of these folks, mental illness comes in so many different forms. Many of us have that issue. Is how we deal with it. But many of us out there are mentally ill. We might not want to admit it. We might not want to believe that is so, but the reality is there. And that takes me to this clip. And I would hope that our Honorable Prime Minister really take the bull by the horn where the forces within the Federation are concerned. If you appoint folks to do a job and they cannot control themselves or do the job, get rid of them right away. If there's things that need to be adjusted, make the adjustment. I am not in a position to take sides in this regard. Whatever is taking place in the Federation at the moment, this clip I'm about to play, I am not in a position to take sides because I have not spoken on both sides. I know that the nature of what is taking place, the issue is a real issue. That is the only reason why I'm going to play it. Because we need to deal with these issues. But the reality of the day is that somewhere along the line, somebody is telling the truth, somebody is lying. And everybody can't be lying. So, is there a problem with the Explorers Club? Is there a problem with the police sports club? Is there a problem with the police team? Is there a problem with the police officers? Is there a problem with the army? Whatever is going on, we got to deal with it head on. The Prime Minister, as Minister of National Security, these kind of stuff that's going to be taking place in the public domain, going to be making you looking like you're not capable or able to handle such stuff. So I am appealing to you, Brother Joe, Honorable Prime Minister, to nip it in the bud and shut it down ASAP. I also got confidence in Model Cop in his reporting that he would not be out there reporting stuff if there's not some meat on the bone. So this is why I will play this clip and let you good people of St. Kitts Nevis, at home and abroad, deal with the issue. Good afternoon, Brother Livingston Brown, hope all is well. So this is a clip that I caught this morning from the Model Cup there in our beloved Federation of St. Kitts.
Greetings, folks. You know there's a lot going on right now with the police surrounding the Explorers Club. I really didn't plan to say anything about it, but shit keeps adding to it. And now to make matters worse, the police is now being accused of leaking Jesse Estefan's video. Now, we first learned about the Explorers Club saga when police officer Constable Maxine took to social media blasting the High Command for ending the Explorers Club program. In his Facebook post, he said, and I quote, "The police force has officially failed the children of St. Kitts and Nevis. They have been trying very hard, but they finally got it done. The Explorers Club that has helped so many children with discipline, manners, jobs, education, and so much more has been put to a halt. So again, congratulations to the leaders of the police force. You guys have failed our youth." End of quote. Now, after Maxine posted that on Facebook, the police released a statement denying that the Explorers Club ended. They said, "The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is aware of a ludicrous allegation circulating concerning the status of the Explorers Club. The force staunchly refutes the absurdity and decries the malicious mind responsible for crafting such nonsense." That's what the police said. Nonsense? Well, Officer Maxine then went and released a video asking, what have we done? What have the children done to deserve that type of treatment? Take a listen.
I have one question. One question. What have we done for us to get this treatment? What have we done? What has the children done of St. Kitts and Nevis to get that type of treatment? What have they done? They are innocent. What have we done? We gave our all to our job, our all. So it's not about a paycheck, it's not about a job. It's about ensuring that these children are on the right path. So tell me, why are you guys pushing so hard to make people fed up? To make people want to leave? To make people want to just say, I am done with everything?
So now you're thinking, the saga will die out. No, it did not. The inspector who is in charge of the Explorers Club sent a voice note in the Explorers Club chat room that was leaked to the public. Listen.
Good morning, parents. I'm so happy to see that parents are responding. It is unfortunate that most parents are not speaking out because we started this thing for your children, the betterment of your children. When the school burnt down, I was the one who offered them to use the building because more than 50% of the children of that school at the time was an Explorer child. And that is why I felt fitting that they should use the building because majority of the children that was there were Explorers. But now I find that it is ridiculous and the lies. And before, they call a meeting to find out what the real problem is. The Commissioner of Police sent Superintendent David along with a member of Public Works Department yesterday and changed the locks to the exterior door of the building without saying anything to me or the other officers. And imagine we come back to the building, don't have a key. The head teacher saw us. And she know that we didn't have no key and she locked the door, shut the gate and turned off. And now this morning, the commissioner wants to hand me a key. No, this is ridiculous. It is disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Well, after that voice note was leaked, it is alleged that the inspector was transferred from the Explorers Club to the Bastion police station. But somebody picked me and tell me that's not true. Now waiting start, ain't the end. Now I'm hearing the constable is being investigated for. Moving on. More police saga. It is alleged that the police is who released the Jesse Estefan video. Whatever Jesse was going through at the time, it was recorded, and it is said that the police is who released the video. Well, you know, Jesse went to Freedom FM the next day and had this to say.
Well, I'm going to leave that one there for now because I'm going to go straight into the next full interview with Jesse and Sister Sincere and Freedom FM yesterday. But I just want to say for the record that that female officer's voice, Sister Rosemary Isles, I know her to be a very respectful and upstanding officer. She don't pull any punches. She is very qualified, educated in the force. And if she's that pissed, I could see her as a branch from myself, because whenever shit hit the fan, I don't hold back. I say what I have to say. And I'm saying to you, Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Joe, I am speaking to you directly. I hope at some point in time you would have a chance to take a listen to this broadcast. The cries that I'm getting from all over of people who are dissatisfied with certain things, I am doing triple overtime trying to ask them to be patient. But some of their observation, as wrong as they may be, is fair observation. For example, I had a little issue with Baby Brantley, the shadow prime minister, traveling all the way to the UK, while the leader of the opposition wasn't given the opportunity. Is it because the leader of the NRP, who is the rightful leader, was not the person of choice, or who was preferred to be on the trip, like when the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons got the opportunity to go to Taiwan? If it was that important for the benefit of the Nevis Island administration or for the island of Nevis, that the shadow prime minister, Baby Brantley, to travel to the UK for the coronation of the king, a king that we are thinking about stepping away from, according to reports coming out of the BBC. You, the prime minister, says that you're going to give the citizens the opportunity to decide whether or not they want to maintain that status quo or not. Why was it so hard for the leader of NRP, who is the rightful leader in the opposition, to get the opportunity to go to the UK? And these are just questions. These are not criticizing. These are not cussing the government. These are not cussing you, Mr. Prime Minister. These are just questions that people are asking. And I have to do all kind of double flip and whatever, trying to show them different ways of thinking. I keep saying to the people that as the Prime Minister of the Federation, you have to work with whoever is in government in Nevis, and that's rightfully so. But this shadowing of your office by Baby Brantley, he's glad for any opportunity to get out of Nevis to run away from the heat, because the questions are there, you know, about that hospital wing that should have taken 24 months to complete at the cost of 19 million, that 6 years later ain't nowhere close to finish. The questions are there, why federal funds were used to erect or to build that wing, and the government of the day, who campaign and fraud and corruption and good governance, why they're not concerned, why they're not things put in place to investigate where the federal money went. These are concerns we are having. So if we are having problems in the police organization or in the defense force or the explorers, and we are having issues with the NIA, Mr. Prime Minister, it's about time that we revisit your approach. Your approach to how things to be done. I know you went in there with a plan, but the thing ain't working that way. The people want some answers. The people want some answers. If Baby Brantley was not invited to the UK, but the fact that he was there, you invite him to breakfast, tell the people. Give the people the facts, because the people are complaining about how things was done. And they're making you look bad. The things that these folks are doing, Mr. PM, they are making you look bad, and I'm not happy with it, because I know you mean well. I know you're doing a good job. I have met with you personally on more than one occasion, and you got some good plans outlined. And I cannot stay here quietly, hear the complaints, and don't say something about it. If, in fact, the situation with Brother Jesse, whatever took place, I thought it was yesterday, I'm hearing now it's Friday, if that was leaked by a police officer, I have spoke about that on numerous occasions. We have too much bad actors in the police force. You need to weed them out. When they commit these crimes, weed them out, take them out of the force. You are there to protect and serve. It's not just going there to collect $1 and you leave and do your wrong and it's okay. We can't have these kind of things going on, Mr. PM. You know, I am really at my loss with many things I see happening. Many people who was out there campaigning against the Labour Party, campaigning against you, cussing you. I see them now in position. I don't expect them to do you any good, because I know what they said prior to the government getting into office. When they were asked to assist, they said not them. You're not ready. You ain't a leader. You can't even win your own seat in number 8. What kind of leader you're going to be for party? What kind of prime minister you're going to be? I see some of these people now in front of you. You have them in the front. There might be some of them advising you, and if they're advising you, Mr. Prime Minister, they're advising you wrong. They're not advising you for the betterment of the country, yourself, and the Labour Party. They're advising you to go down a wrong road. So, Mr. PM, with all due respect, let's stop it in its track before you get out of hand. The Labour Party is now in government for 9 months. Let us not reach 12 with the same situation. Me not got time with the patch-up fella and them. They're going to talk, they're going to try all kind of stuff. They're going to bring all kind of fake page and fake news. I ain't paying them no attention. What I'm paying attention is the things that is accurate to me and what makes sense to me. These are the things that I speak about, things that make sense. I ain't gonna listen to them fake news, right? As a matter of fact, I see the rag paper there, the St. Kitts Nevis Times. That rag paper continue to spread propaganda. I see one article where they're saying the Honorable Tourism Minister did not attend some event at the Marriott. And she turned her back on the youths and the kids. Then in another breath, they're speaking about somebody who was buried at a funeral where the Prime Minister and his cabinet ministers attend. Then there is another article about something, I guess, at the carding home or whatever it is. Only about one place you could be at a time. So these fake news, we know what they are. We know they're trying to make the government look bad. We know how to ignore those things. But this shadowing of you, Mr. Prime Minister, you need to get the monkey off your back. You have to work with Baby Brantley because he is the Premier of Nevis, and you have to work with whoever is in government at the NIA. But you don't have to have that shadow prime minister on your back every place you go. You don't have to have this picture up with this shadow prime minister on your back like a monkey wrench. Get rid of that shadow prime minister off your back, Mr. Prime Minister. This is my advice to you. Get rid of them. When I was there talking about the wrong from the farmer hog, that was the man that was saying ignore the noise. That was the man that was cussing me out. That was the man that campaigned with Pam to get rid of you say, are you not ready? That was the man that had no good for labor. That was the man that said he put Douglas in the departure lounge of politics. Labor mash up, never to come back. It wasn't NRP. It was not the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. The Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge said she's going to stay neutral and she will work with whoever gets the majority of seats, who is going to be the government in St. Kitts and Nevis. I did not agree with it, but that was their position. But at least I know she didn't come out cussing the Labour Party. She did not come out saying that she would never work with Dr. Joe and the Labour administration. She never said that. Baby Brantley, the new shadow prime minister, said to Sean K. Richards, I'm bringing down 3 seats from Nevis. You get 3 in St. Kitts and we're going to form the government. Labour not ready, Labour this, Labour that. Cuss the hell out of Labour. Dr. Joe, I need this weight off your shoulder. Shake off the weight of that shadow prime minister that is shadowing you around. A new approach. Tell Mark, take a break. Tell Baby Brantley, take a break. I do not want you to get into that mental state that a lot of people is getting into. So I'm going to drop this clip right now by my boy, Jesse, and Sister Sincere from Freedom FM yesterday.
I have in the studio here with me Jesse Estefan. Jesse, turn the mic down a little bit because I want to make sure I can hear you clearly. Say good afternoon to the folks. Make sure I got you.
Good afternoon, people.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You look good. Well, you know, like they say, looks can be deceiving, eh? You look good. I mean, I was out at the event playing last night, and then I started to get these messages in my phone, you know, which is certain things I don't really share because, to be honest with you, when you see people going through certain things and certain situations, I don't jump and praise those things because you never know what's happening in people's life. And I tell myself this morning, when I wake up, I was going to hit you up, but then when I wake up, I say, you know what? I went on your status, and I saw your post, like just a poster, and I say, you know what? Let me let this day pass, and then I'm going to check on Jesse. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what's really happening. We don't know the story behind it. We don't know what's going on. I just see a video. I see, you know, certain people holding your foot, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what was happening, and I was not going to pass judgment because I have been judged all my life, and I'm not going to pass judgment on anyone. Now, my question to you is, how are you, Jesse?
Better today.
Better today. What's going on? What happened? What's happened yesterday?
Well, as we all know, everybody does suffer from depression and mental issues and that kind of thing. Since early on in life, right, I suffer from depression. I'm going to hide it. I'm afraid to tell nobody about it because there's a plain speaker.
Very much so. I understand.
I talk my mind, who I have vex. I've been fighting this thing called depression for the longest while. Through school, through life, through everything. Through my marriage, everything. A lot of people feel as though I got life to be a joke. But sometimes I might just put on a smile and laugh with people and be jovial. But you may can tell you what's going on behind closed doors. May can come on social media and say, okay, I got into this problem, I got into that problem. I try to make it look like, but yeah, I good. I always good. But when I home by myself, since the tears them does fly. The tears them does come. Because you're thinking, but what could put you into this frame of mind? And yesterday, Yesterday
Hold on a second,
now,
just give me a feedback. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
yesterday I reached to my breaking point. And it was like, by ain't make no sense. Life ain't make no sense no more. So it's time to go. But then I was there in that point. I look around and I realize me see my daughter. And I look down and I see my father there. And I start to think, but if you do this here,
Who is it going to damage the most?
who you going to hurt the most? I start to cry up there. I came down, my pastor come and talk to me. While my father was there and two other people was there. I'm going to name them, they know who they was. We talk everything. He gave me some spiritual words of advice. Went through the night, and then, as you say, people start to share this video. Start to share all kind of
Comments and
the social media. And he's like, I did lying down in my bed with my daughter next to me. And first thing I get is a phone call. Yo, what going on with you? Man, I'm close. A man who I consider my brother. Call me and say, yo, what going on with you? I say, are you good? What happened? I say, but I got a video with you circulating. I said, what video are you talking about? He said, but yeah, you got a video with you circulating, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, are you good? After I hang up from him, I get a next phone call. Next friend of mine. Yo, what going on with you? I good. I'm trying to tell them I good so that they ain't worrying. Bam now, a man who me and you know, personally, the Rasta man, who does work here, call me. He said, yo, reach by me now. Since I haul on my clothes, and I went by him. And me and this man talked for an hour.
That's EK?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting a call from him. But when he called me and said, reach by him now, my daughter was with my wife. I tell her going by EK to come back. I spent an hour with him. And he basically tell me, yo, all us to go through these things.
Yep.
Don't let nobody force you to reach to that point.
Sounds like EK.
Before you want to take your life, brother. When I leave from EK, I literally sit down in EK car and cry. Water come out my eye. Went back to my vehicle all when I driving going home since you. The tears them running out my eye. Reach home, plug up my phone to charge. I went to lie down. I was watching a documentary before I went by EK. About certain things with life and how we're supposed to value life. I turn it back on and I continue watching it. I study and before I went to sleep, a couple more people messaged me and all kind of things asking me if I good. I say, yeah, I good. I put down my phone like this and the bed and I went to sleep. Because maybe I answer nobody else.
I feel you. I think you needed to take yourself away from the world. And that is why I didn't message you this morning, because I think you needed that time.
So I get up this morning. My wife went to do she work. I get up this morning. People still messaging me, asking me if I good or what's that. I mean, I'm saying nobody. I then took my daughter to daycare, because the daycare open 24/7. Carry her to daycare, and then I received a phone call from the PM this morning actually, asking me like how things and everything. I tell him I'm good. In less than me going to drop my daughter to daycare, And going back home, he called again. Yo, he come to the knowledge that the video come from a source within the government. I said, okay, what to do? He said, well, make your report. So, okay, cool. Same time my father called me and said, yo, we're going to this place because they want to talk to us. So, okay, fine. Went. And they basically tried to apologize for the video leaking. No sense, yo. The kind of frame I done get back to me, try to get back to a jovial point. But me going into that situation, basically, I was done pissed already. From the time I find out it's them, I done pissed.
Because the people who are supposed to be protecting you is basically not protecting you in a situation like that.
And when I was there talking to them yesterday, I basically told them plain out, I don't trust you. And when I was there this morning, I tell them straight up, this is one of the reasons why I don't trust you. Because I do not know how to respect people. And the lady tried to apologize to me. And I will be honest, I didn't accept her apology.
And I realize that your wife is being blamed for a lot of this, because I saw some posts came out with her ranting. She was angry.
Yeah, because like the police are supposed to come and do a job. And when they're going to be bashing she business.
And making basically accusations, apparently she's saying that she got.
And accusing her of not building she business. That hurt my heart. Because I know what this girl do. And I gonna always respect, I gonna try my best to always respect this woman. Because that's the mother of my children. And that's supposed to be my queen. Nobody in the streets them disrespect that woman. As even if me and she argue to death tomorrow, that's we business. You don't try and pull down my wife. You don't try and pull down my wife, because then you're going to see a different animal in me. I going to defend. A lawyer going to always defend his pride.
But you see what people don't understand in this life, right? Depression is real.
Yeah.
It's very much real. And sometimes when you take people's stuff that they're going through and you share it and you laugh and you this and you post, you don't even know that sometimes you're driving people to do more craziness than what it's already there. A lot of times what the media don't understand is that a lot of time there are some of the reasons for what people go through in life. You understand? And a lot of people find it as joy, excitement, fun, happiness to share people downfall. It could be me. It could be anybody, and it could be the same ones who's sharing it, who got into a situation like that. How would they feel to go through something like that and someone do them the same thing? That's why I could never laugh at somebody's downfall, because nobody knows when it can be any one of us. You understand? I never used to believe in depression until one time I did go into a depression mode years ago, and I was able to, control it and deal with it. And, that was before I even had my daughter. That's why I said to tell people all the time, I feel like God blessed me with a daughter for a reason, because since I had that little girl, I don't think I ever reached that state, and I don't think I ever will. You understand? Nobody knows what depression, people know what depression feel like, but for those of them who never been through it, don't know how this thing go. Depression is a serious thing.
Ain't a joke. Ain't a joke. Because you could be at your highs, and then it just hit you whap.
Yep.
And your whole day get turned upside down.
There was one friend of mine who had a life, years ago, had life, everything going for herself. I was saying that, getting goosebumps and not talking about it. She had just gotten a baby, and I think they have something called, I don't remember what its name, when you're pregnant, you got kind of depression stage with certain women, postpartum depression, like that. Yeah. And she went into that stage. She had job, money, house, husband, child, everything. And she went into that kind of depression, and she don't know where it came from, and she actually tried to jump off the roof or something like that of the house, but they caught her. So she was able to overcome it eventually. But whatever had happened is like when she catch herself, she didn't understand what state she went in, and she ain't about it.
I'm gonna explain something to you about that. Most women, right, when they get pregnant, And a lot of people don't take this into consideration. You basically lose your shape as a woman. When you don't got a child, you're going to feel a kind of way like, my body ain't look right and them kind of things. So it can put you into a kind of state because you're feeling different.
Somebody here in the life suppose postpartum, yeah. Actually I have a lot of I think Mr. Vegas even did a song on that deal. I think is do you know how to miss someone? I think do you know how to miss the video itself basically spoke of a woman who was pregnant and went into a depression state and whatever happened. But I know depression is real. You ain't have to tell me, Jesse.
And we got all kind of types of depression, eh?
Yeah.
It could be a woman who was pregnant. It could be a man walking on the road. It could be anybody. Man, could be sitting down in here good right now. I mean, you turn off for me here. And next thing you know, I hear sense you up the hospital. Why sense you up the hospital? Because she got into depression
mode. Yep.
So then,
I actually started to look deep into depression when I think a young lady used to post it. What's her name? That clear skin girl who does the crochet.
Crochet by Pink.
Crochet by Pink. What's her name?
Amaya. Yeah.
Amaya used to speak about depression all the time on Facebook.
Because she used to
she used to go deep. And every time she posts about it, I started to look into this depression situation. And then, you know what? I never understand it until one time I experienced it. There's certain parts of every people's life that they go through it, but some people go through it worse than others. You understand what I'm saying? People don't understand that it's real. It's real, and a lot of people here, like they say, they sympathize with you, and they feel for you, because even this morning I make a message and people were sending me a message saying that, they don't understand why people is making this thing a joke because they don't even know the seriousness of it and it could happen to anybody. You understand? And I'm glad that you decided to walk in and speak out about it, because everybody had it as a fun and game when they don't know the seriousness of it.
And even if I gotta be a spokesperson for depression, right? And mental health, I will do it sensitive, because we need to open up our eyes them that everybody in St. Kitts, from a minister of government to the poorest man in the street, gonna go through it. I don't care who you be. The Prime Minister and all, I sure they go through that.
Someone said here, anything can happen to anyone. It's all a matter of timing. Depression is so real. People need to be more sensitive to other people's situation and stop bringing down each other. Carmen said, many go through depression, but some pull back quicker than some. Therefore, we cannot talk down the others when one going through the state of mind. Prayers for you. Yeah, it is real, you know what I mean? And I'm happy that you are here with us today. You know what I mean? Just, you have been my friend for years. You know what I mean? It's always fun and joy when we woke up. And, when I saw that, I was like so blown away. I think I was over at the pub by Tilla's thing when I saw it. And I was so like blown away, like, what? I couldn't, honestly, I actually left the session after performing because, a lot of things was going through my mind as to, what's going on, you know what I mean? And people don't understand this thing is real. And I'm glad that you walked in. I'm glad that you basically came here to clear up what's going on and basically speak on what you have been going through and not being afraid to tell people what you have been going through over the years. It's not just now, like you said, it's been going on for years, And
as I say, I don't respect what people was saying about my wife, because at the end of the day, she have a business. She got a legitimate business. My wife could get up today and design something for you.
She's very good. I've seen her work.
You might think it's the simplest thing. Well, she might think it's the simplest thing. Sorry. And by the time you get it, you want to know if it's... When she show you the materials and what she's starting with, you might think, I know how she can get this here, don't you? But when you see the finished product,
you can't believe.
You'll be like, wow. You do this with all of them simple materials there? I remember, and I could talk about it now, I remember when she came to me the idea to build she salon. And she said, babe, I want to build this salon. I said, well, draw out your plan and let me see. She drew it out. She actually went downstairs. We got an area downstairs. She went down there, she drew it out. She drew out, she let out. She bring it up and show me. I said, you sure? She said, yeah. I said, okay. Let me move forward. She get contractor everything, come assess everything. Within the space of 3 months, or maybe less, the salon was up and ready to go. Then she come back to me again. She said, well, I'm going to add 2 more chairs. I said, you sure? You sure this going to work? She said, yeah. I said, okay, good. She added the chairs them. I realized people start to come. Business booming. Then she said, okay. Remember we had a little thing up there? I'm going to change it round. I'm going to put in a pedicure station and a massage station. I say, you sure? She said, yeah. Bam. Since I start to work. Now, today I could say, I am very proud of that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because she take a little and make it look big.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people didn't understand. It only take a small portion of something and you could expand it. I show when you first start have DJing and so, you used to wonder, but this thing ain't making sense.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes you can go play for a session, you're only making what, $200, $300, and you're playing for an hour and a half. But then when the brand name Sister Sensio and Trendsetter Sound reach to that high level, you think anybody could hold you? When sometimes I go through Facebook and so, and I would see a booking for you down in St. Martin, or Anguilla, or this place, or that place. I tell somebody the other day, Sensei is my friend, and she's my sister. EK is my friend, and EK is my brother. TNO, I'm going to always respect them to the end. They're my brothers. When I see them getting push and reaching them high levels, I'd be proud.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be proud of yourself, and actually proud of yourself for, coming here today at the same time. I got to send love out to you, and also send love out to your dad, who has been there through it all. And I'm glad that you spoke out on this, and I'm glad that you are doing so much better today than you were yesterday. You're speaking about depression, and a lot of people, like I say, go through depression. A lot of people don't know how to handle it, you understand? But you are here to speak your story, to tell your story, and also to say, hey, Jesse, you're doing so much good and you look amazing. Thanks. And I just want to tell you thanks for coming in today. Thanks for being here with us, and thanks for being able to tell your story. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, so that was Brother Jesse Estefan there, following whatever seems to be some leaked video of a situation with him going around. And he was speaking about what was taking place with him, some depression. You guys hear me play a song weekly by Beckett. It's called Oppression. And the oppressors basically leave us with depression. Only God knows what is taking place with Jesse. I was beating my head against a wall, wondering, should I call Jesse? Should I call Dwyer? Would I be making things better? Would I be making things worse? Should I wait for another time? Should I wait till I get down to St. Kitts and talk to Jesse? And with all of those ifs and ifs and ifs, I am happy that I did not call Jesse, because I realized, like you say, he wasn't taking call the way he was feeling down and stuff like that. So I think I made the right decision not to make any calls. But I just want to put it out there that the love I have for these guys, politics and commentary, putting them aside, is one thing. When it comes to family, I am a family man. When it comes to friends, you are my friend until death. And being my friend doesn't mean that if I see you doing something wrong, I cannot tell you. If we have a difference of opinion, I cannot give you my difference of opinion. But I can say, as a father, I felt Brother Dwyer's pain when I heard him say in that video clip, I am a 75-year-old man, I cannot deal with this. I understand his pain. And that is why I thought a million times about coming public and saying anything about the situation. But as I listened to the interview with Sister Sincere and Jesse, and he acknowledged that he has an issue and he would like to be an advocate to help others out there, I decided that I can be strong for him, I can be supportive for him. And today, not only coming to say Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of our beloved Federation at home and abroad, and the public in general, but I will also make today Jesse's Day to let Jesse know that, brother, I love you, we love you, and all of us are rooting for you. I'm quite happy that whatever transpired, it was able to be dealt with before you get out of hand, that you're not out there pushing up any weeds and grass and flowers, as I would call it, but you're here with us to have that conversation. And like you said, Ike said to your brother Jesse, you should have my number, and I know your father have my number. If you still don't have my number, you can get it from your father. Feel free to pick up the phone and call when you're having these kind of thoughts that things are not working out the way you would like it. There's alternatives to try to hurt yourself or hurting anyone. Believe me, there are some people that have done me some wrong, and I would love to have hurt them in the worst way possible. But I love my freedom. And even when I thought about it, I was prepared to give up my freedom. I realized when I give up my freedom, the family and loved ones and friends around will be in more pain than me. Because believe me, there are some people that I'm prepared to give up my freedom for. A couple of them. But I know my family is who will end up being the loser, and my community, because I have done a lot and have been doing a lot in my community at home and abroad. And if I subject myself to dealing with certain situations and certain people the way that they should be dealt with, I would not be able to fulfill, even the simple program I'm having here, I would not be able to fulfill it from behind bars. So I try to be a little more sensible in my actions, take my beating, and try to do the right thing. So again, I can say to you, Honorable Prime Minister, I got your back. I cannot speak for anybody else, but I got your back. And I can tell you, there are many weeble around you that's telling you everything that you want to hear right now. They was not there for you, and they're only there for the time being. As soon as things are not the way that it's supposed to be, should election comes in 2 years and you lose your position, you will see who they are. I can remember my good friend there, the dancing commissioner. I don't think he will get upset with me for saying this, but him and I have been friends from the longest I can remember, and I will be his friend until death. And during his time as police commissioner, he had a lot of friends. When he come to New York, he stay here at my place. I don't even get a chance to hang with him. Everybody have him up and down all over the place. And after he is no longer commissioner of police, he sat here one day and we had a conversation. And he said, boy, I do not know what happened, but all of these folks that used to be around when I was commissioner of police, they're missing. And I laughed to myself because that is something that I knew will take place. That's something I have experienced. When they need you, when they need your help, they're there first thing in the morning, last thing at night. When is their time to be supportive of you? You can't see them. Mr. Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Joe, get the monkey off your back. Get the shadow Prime Minister Baby Brantley off your back. He is supposed to be the opposition in government. He is not functioning as an opposition. He is functioning as the shadow Prime Minister. I am saying to you, Mr. Prime Minister, focus on your team, focus on your cabinet, focus on the people who was fighting the fight with you during the campaign. Remember, election is right around the corner again. 5 years is not too far away. You're now already almost into a year. 4 years is not too far off, Mr. Prime Minister. Get the monkey off your back. Get rid of the shadow Prime Minister off your back. Leave him to do what he needs to do, which is to justify to you what happened to all the federal funds that was sent across to Nevis. What is the status of the hospital wing that was supposed to be completed in 2019? That still in 2023, it's still been worked on, and there is no finished date in sight. Find out what's the actual financial status of the monies that was spent on that hospital wing. What is happening with the airport? What is happening with the office of the opposition that was budgeted for, that should be used by the NRP? Those illegal marriages that took place prior to the Labour administration in St. Kitts and Nevis, try and speed up the investigation. Those cases will make a big difference in the balance of power in Nevis. We were able to minimize the damage in St. Kitts. That is why the Labour administration is in office. We didn't have that luxury in Nevis. It appears to me, based on the reports I'm getting, the supervisor of elections that replaced the former supervisor of election, ain't not better, maybe worse than the one that was there. But not only that, the new supervisor of election was allowed to be trained by the former supervisor of election. So we in the Labour administration, we the Labour supporters, campaign against Elvin Bailey as a corrupt and dishonest and compromised supervisor of election for the federal election. And he was removed or resigned. But yet, he was allowed to shadow the new supervisor of election during the local NIA elections in December of 2022. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, the writing is on the wall. Let's look at this. The people cry out to get rid of them. The Nevision campaigned to get rid of Baby Brantley and his crew. But based on what went on, even though there was a new supervisor of election in place that people thought would have made things easier, he was allowed to be shadowed by the former supervisor of election. We campaigned to get rid of three parties: the coalition party of the People's Action Movements led by Pam, the CCM led by Mark Brantley, the PLP led by the former Hag Timothy Harris. That was the tri-party. We campaigned to get rid of them. We were successful in St. Kitts to get rid of at least the government. but we have leftovers in the likes of Sean Richards, the leader of PAM. He survived. We got leftovers of the former hog, Timothy Harris. He survived. But at least he was able to change the government in St. Kitts. Look at what's going on in Nevis. Baby Brantley was so creative that he got whoever is responsible to put the former supervisor of elections to shadow the new supervisor of election, and he was able to stay in office. And we found that, according to him, there was a hiccup, there was irregularities, and there might have even been illegalities, and he's still there. Mr. PM, Honorable Dr. Terence Joe, the writing is on the wall. Take warning. My grandmother, Tinny Morris, my grandfather, they used to tell me, who can't hear will feel. Who not hear what the granny say? Salt, lime, and pepper there. What sweet a goat mouth? Sour in the behind. These are all these things that was said to me growing up, and I learned them the hard way. Mr. PM, I don't want you to learn the hard way. The shadowing of Baby Brantley, of being, instead of the opposition leader in parliament, to be the shadow prime minister all over you, all on your backside. Every chance you turn, he's there. The loving behavior does not look good in the general public. Conduct your business as the prime minister. Conduct your business, yes, as the prime minister that is working with the leader of the Nevis Island administration. We don't have a problem with that. The loving, the kissing up behavior, it doesn't look good. It don't look good to the Labour people. It don't look good to the real Labour supporters. And Mr. Prime Minister, I can tell you, if you want to question my loyalty to you, so be it. But I am speaking this way because I am loyal to you and I'm loyal to St. Kitts Nevis. You see, Janice have this thing, she does say Nevis first. Well, for me, St. Kitts Nevis first. For DJ Morrishaw, is St. Kitts Nevis first. And then the politician then. So, Honorable Prime Minister, I got your back. But I have to call out the things when I see them. And you know, this evening, as I sit here and I'm speaking, I have to reflect on my sister there. Sister, the late, great singing Francine. And I got to drop this track for you, Brother Prime Minister, because I know you love the music as well. I know you love the music, so let's drop this one. Let's bring down the temperature here and the Gaza.
From the time you make a child in this land, they give it a ton, a judge and a jury, and they're marking you like a Santa P, like if you committed a crime. Mothers now in trouble, cannot train the children. They're building jails and funeral homes to put the same children there that you try to raise in a decent way, for them not to go astray. When you make a child in this country, it's like 20 years sentence without bail. If you try to teach them the right way, police now will throw you in jail. It is a sad, sad, sad situation. Mothers have no rights with their children. In the schools they beating teachers. In the streets they cuss like troopers. If you talk to them they tell you where your mother born. If they don't like you they would lie on you and say Morrishaw. It is a sad, sad, sad situation. Mothers have no rights with their children. In the schools, they ruling teachers. On the bus, they cuss like troopers. If you speak to them, they tell you, where your nanny gone? If they don't like you, they would report you and say you abuse them too. The judge and jury would believe them and lock you up in the pen. It's a sad, sad, sad situation. Animals have rights, mothers have none in this land. Lord, put a hand. Hey, hey, hey. If a child is thought to be like a child, we won't have these worries. The law won't intervene. When you change the name from children to kids, that is where the problem begins. A kid can't understand. A kid is not human. You complaining that they not listening. No matter how you talk to them, you forget a kid is a young goat. So what you expecting from them? They want some good West Indian training from my mother or from my granny. I pray these children like my pippi. Mothers here have my sympathy. It is a sad, sad, sad situation. Mothers have no rights with their children. In the schools, they beating teachers. On the streets, they cuss their elders. If you talk to them, they tell you how your mother. But look here, if they don't like you, they would lie on you or tell you where to get off. Cause the law make the children parents, so then believe them is boss. It's a sad, sad, sad situation. Them have all the rights, mothers have none in this land. Lord, put a hand. I see a day coming and it coming soon. That here in this country, lawmen will be sorry that they make them laws and create them clause so children could have their own way. It's going to affect them when they watch the children. As teenagers, they give them uniforms and send them to fight a war, then bring them back in somebody bags. Is that what you make your child for? Or when they come back crippled and crazy, lawmakers do business when they feel. They leave them homeless and hungry, and this ain't no fairy tale. This is a sad, sad, sad situation. Mothers have no rights with their children. In the schools, they're just killing time. On the streets, they're cussing in rhyme. With two fingers show you put that when the sun don't shine. If they don't like you, they would lie on you and say you abuse them too. The judge and jury would believe them and incarcerate you. It's a sad, sad, sad situation. Sewer rats have rights, mothers have none in this land. Lord, put a hand.
Yes, man, as you all can see, whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's all the same for me. I call it like it is, you know. I have no problem whatsoever letting folks know that we have to be more concerned about our federation, we have to be concerned about our children, our mothers and fathers, you know, we have to do the right thing. You cannot be wrong for one and right for the next. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And I just want us to do the right thing. You know, I'm going to drop a track here by the man, Brother Blanchett. It's called Mother's Love, you know, a tribute to the folks in the Federation at home and abroad. I want to big up the man Blanchett. I understand that he was elevated to a position there within the Labour Party. Had some people going crazy because they say he run. Now, this is another problem I have with these people. You know. They're saying that Blanchett run and another party, whether it was independent or a different party against Labour some years ago. And now Labour win. Labour give him a job and he should not get a job. But isn't he a Kitisha? Isn't he a division? Isn't he a man of the Federation? Why shouldn't he get a job? And in the same tone, if Blanchett run against Labour in the previous administration, previous campaign, and Labour sight fit to give him an opportunity to do his craft, well, Baby Brantley, the shadow prime minister, he did not only run against the Labour administration or the Labour party, he cussed them to hell, called them all kind of this and that, and he put Dr. Douglas in the departure lounge of politics. Those were the kind of words he was using. We didn't hear them things from NRP. So why is all that love and kiss up and travel allowance and all of this stuff while you are trying to destroy the NRP? We're going to deal with that thing on my next program. You know. I want to big up my boy there, Brother Tulu. I see Brother Tulu went into some overtime there, and Brother Daly tried to slime up there yesterday afternoon and target. But Tulu have the right idea. Tulu has the right idea. They need to ease up off NRP back because they was a part of Labour. They team up with Timothy the farmer had and destroy Labour for 7 years. Had us in the wilderness getting knocked about. And now they want to come now to talk about alignment, real alignment, political alignment. Where was the alignment in 2013 to 2015? Why won't they align with Labour? They went and aligned with some pickup team that they had called Unity Concussion. Boy, Sam, you and me a partner, you know, Sam. You and me a partner. I love you to death. I love your wife. I love the family, Sam. But you need to ease up. You and my cousin dear Dr. Martin, you know, just stop taking this thing, make joke. This ain't a laughing business, you know. This ain't a laughing business. This ain't a joke business. This is people life you are playing with. This is the country's future you are playing with. This ain't a joking thing. This ain't a laughing thing. When you are chatting, you all nonsense and freedom and I laugh it off like it's a little joke on the side of the street playing domino. This ain't a joking business. This serious matters, Dr. Martin. This serious business, Brother Sam. You all need to come back to reality and understand this ain't not a joke. You all might get what you all wish for. You all might get what you all were looking for. So you all okay now. So to hell with other people who still out there suffering and crying out. But you have to cut out your all nonsense. Cut it out. Let's get back to the job. Let's call Baby Brantley for what he is. He's not the leader of the opposition. He is the shadow prime minister for Terence Joe. He is the shadow prime minister. Let him go and do his job as a premier. Let him come and talk to the people of Nevis about what is taking place. Brother Kanda. Let's start the things then. Let's get real. Listen to the man, Brother Blanchett.
When I was young, life wasn't easy. Mama worked hard for her family. 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4. Got no rest cause we were poor. Love the children sacrificed. Deny themselves the good things in life. Never worry, she never fuss.
put your trust. Dear mama, this song's for you. Dear mama, your love's so true. That's why I'm telling you today, I love you in so many ways. You placed a diamond in my heart with all your love right from the start. Cannot forget my mama's love. It's so pure, a blessing from above. Your love, sweet love. Friends will come and friends will go, but mama's love will stay with you. When your world turns upside down, mama's love will keep you sound. I thank God for a mother like you. When I'm down, you make me brand new. No other person in this world deserve happiness, praise untold. Dear mama, this song's for you. Dear mama, your love's so true. Love's so true. That's why I'm telling you today, I love you in so many ways. You placed a diamond in my heart with all your love right from the start. Cannot forget my mama's love. It's so pure, a blessing from above. Your love, sweet love. Beautiful like birds in flight, supernatural dynamite, soaring high on wings of love. You're an angel sent from above. When your final day has come, thank you, good and faithful servant. In with the words of the Most High, as we sing final lullabies. Dear mama, this song's for you. Dear mama, your love's so true. Love's so true. That's why I'm telling you today, I love you in so many ways. You placed a diamond in my heart with all your love right from the start. Cannot forget my mama's love. It's so pure, a blessing from above. Your love, sweet love. It's so pure, a blessing from above. Your love, sweet love. It's so pure, a blessing from above.
That's the sound of the man Blanchett. That's what it's called, Mama's Love. Blessing from above. I just dropped some numbers there in the group chat. The thread there. That is the thread for the Vision for Nevis breakfast fundraising brunch that coming up shortly there on the 17th of June over there at the, what they call the church there, the St. Andrew's Church there on Castle Hill Avenue, 781 Castle Hill Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10473, starting at 8 a.m. There are some numbers there in the chat. Feel free to check it out. Those numbers you can check for tickets. You also can check Sister Debasso Deli. She also has tickets on sale there. So those numbers are Hazel Claxton, 917-569-1842, sorry. 917-569-1842. Twitter, 718-938-5911. 718-938-5911. That's Twitter. Brother G Insider, 917-939-9943. Brother Gene Sider, 917-939-9943. Brother Felix, 917-498-1022. Felix, 917-498-1022. Verna, 917-655-9712. Sister Verna, 917-655-9712. And Birdman, 646-334-3167. That's Birdman, 646-334-3167. That's the Divisions for Nevis breakfast fundraiser there over at the St. Andrew's Church, 781 Castle Hill Avenue, over there close to Lafayette Avenue in the Boogie Down Bronx, and the 17th starting at 8 a.m. There's also some other activities will be taking place as we progress. I'll bring it to you as we go along. Don't forget the bus ride, JefroyMorrishaw Sports Club bus ride coming up on the 29th of July. Tickets are moving fast. Try and get your tickets early. Don't wait until the tickets are sold out and then you cry to me as usual. Many of you come to me, want me to basically invent seats. I cannot invent seats. The buses have a limited amount of seats. Once they're gone, they're gone. So that's the 29th of July. I advise you to lock in your seats so that you can be in that bus. That's on the 29th of July, going across the Foxwood Casino and shopping. It's going to be a lovely day, lovely celebration. As a matter of fact, Gwyneth will be celebrating her birthday on the 28th. So that will be a great opportunity to celebrate with Gwyneth. Don't forget, we're also coming down to the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis. The JefroyMorrishaw Sports Club will be jamming some domino and crickets there in the Federation from the 17th of June to July 1st. Will be hosted by the Police Sports Club and the St. Kitts Cricket Association. And the 17th, we're going to hang out over there Deep Bay at the fishing tournament. That evening is a mini carnival day in Deep Bay. Nice experience. I was there last year during the Easter season. I'm happy that they move it to closer to the music festival to give folks a chance to get a taste of it. That was a good idea. So, and the Sunday, the 18th of June, Father's Day, we'll be heading across to Nevis. We'll be hosted by Sister, the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, and the NRP. Also demand their brother Carbo over there at Carbo's in Fountain. Carbo, don't forget to put your number in the chat. I don't see anything as yet. And where your place located, Fountain. You might have to get some direction to put in the chat so folks will know how to get to Fountain, you know, because and it's up a steep hill and you make a left and then a right. I'm not good with direction, so you're gonna have to tell the people where to find you. But the beauty about this whole thing, throughout our tour while on St. Kitts, we will be doing some raffles of food hampers and different things at every event, whether it might be at the cricket event or the domino event, or while we're at Carbo's in Nevis, we will be doing some raffles. Everybody will have a chance to win a raffle. Once you're there, you will get a ticket, and let's pray that your ticket will be the one that is won. But there's going to be some vouchers on sale. Contact Carbo, the number is there. Carbo number is 869-663-9694. You can contact Carbo or members of the NRP. There will be some vouchers there to support the event there. Gonna be some lovely food and drinks on hand. And you guys know that things ain't cheap these days, right? They start the Nevis thing. Things not cheap these days, you know. They start the American thing. Things not cheap these days. So we want you guys to reach out to Carbo, reach out to the NRP, try and make a contribution, get your vouchers early, and come out and hang out with JefroyMorrishaw Sports Club and the crew. We will definitely have a good time there while at Nevis. Again, I cannot force anybody to join us, but anyone that wishes to join us, please reach out to me via my US line at 917-597-0195. That's 917-597-0195. My local number at 869-660-0195. 869-660-0195. Feel free to WhatsApp me. Let me know you're interested in joining us, whether you want to be a part of the trip across to Nevis or coming back down. We have to know how many people will be on the ferry, that we can make sure nobody gets left behind. So feel free to let me know what your plans are. We look forward to that day hanging out on Nevis with my boy Carbo. If you don't taste Carbo goat water, man, you didn't go to Nevis. And in this case, Carbo, you know, the Prime Minister say he don't eat meat. So I will drink his goat water. You can give him my fish. I could work with that. So I will get 2 goat water and the Prime Minister will get 2 fish. It's up to him whether he wants to eat the 2 fish or he wants to bring 1 back to St. Kitts. That is his choice. But I will drink his goat water and he could have my fish. But we definitely invited the Prime Minister to join us across there. My Carbos for Father's Day, and I want him to really enjoy your Father's Day. And I hope he can bring his son as well. We want people to understand that we are human first. Before we become politicians, we are human. We are family members. We have to give that respect and that camaraderie. We can't just fight all the time. So, you know, we got to disagree and stuff. The things I'm saying about Baby Brantley not doing his work and being the shadow Prime Minister, I mean, it's not news. I'm not saying nothing wrong. That is what it is. So he wants to get upset, is fine. If you want me to stop, make a change. You cannot do the same thing and expect a change. So you need to make a change, Baby Brantley, and then I would change what I'm saying. And you know what? You no bother come. Baby Brantley, you no bother to come. You're invited. I want you to come, but you don't have to come. You're invited across by Carbo, Baby Brantley, but you don't have to come. I'm not going to fall out with you if you don't come, but I'm inviting you, Baby Brantley, to join me at Carbo. Let's have a wine. I know you drink wine. I'll make sure I buy you a wine when you come across to Carbo, Baby Brantley. So feel free to come. All right? Mommy! Miss you.
This is your son Tony, writing you from death row. Prepare for the worst, but don't worry to come, please. I want you to know, my time is short, but I still have time before they hang me and take me down. Maybe my testimony could reach a deaf ear, stop some young boy from doing wrong. My mind goes back to those early days when I was a little child. Nobody could correct me, I was your piece of gold, you just left me to run wild. Gold teeth and gold earring, expensive sneakers, designer jeans. I never walk, you buy all that for me. I was the baddest youth man in my teens. So mommy, get the message. Mommy, don't bother to come. Please listen to me and save your passage. Mommy, don't bother to stay home and train Derek and Andy. Mommy, don't bother, because I don't want my little brothers to end up like me. Mommy, don't bother to come. I really love you, mommy, but understand where I'm coming from. There is nothing more you can do for me. So mommy, don't bother to come. Don't bother to come. Don't bother to come. Mommy, don't bother to come. This is the wish of your vagabond son. Mommy, don't bother to come. Hey, 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 hey. I would have liked to blame my father, but I never know my daddy.
So my role models were the King brothers, Teddy Mice, most of all Dolce. But what a fool I was, only because I said them fellas brave and mighty. But it's not the same in prison, they tame, hiding behind the lawyer panty. It's now I appreciate what Miss Brown was trying to teach me in school. She cared enough to try to correct me. Oh God, I was such a fool. But you kill she with cuss, she when she like us. We give that teacher endless worry. Too late, I learned the lesson, but find she for me and tell she I'm sorry. Oh, prison make me realize the negativity that you come to symbolize. To go my PTA meeting in school was your biggest regret. But then you can't miss a Buju Banton or Marshall concert. I really love you, mommy, but you helped create what I have become. Light a candle, say a prayer for me, but mommy, don't bother to come, don't bother to come, don't bother to come. Mommy, don't bother to come. This is the last wish of your ragamuffin son. Mommy, don't bother. Hey, oh, give me a Bible to help me say me prayers, but to read it I ain't able, and them Bible don't have pictures. But I have made peace with me maker, I totally renounce the human rights game. Fire them parasitic attorneys who exploit me for personal gain. Get off on a technicality, beat the system, outsmart the world. To venerate a greedy attorney, suffer the loss of my wretched soul. If I am to get salvation, first I have to repent and then confess. Admit that I did wrong, and from the master, seek my redress. So tell all them youth man in the country, don't carry cutlass to party and end up like me. Tell them seek first the kingdom of the master. Play sports, educate yourself, and you will prosper. I really love you, mommy. To me, you are still the world's greatest mom. May God protect you for me, but mommy, don't bother to come, don't bother to come, don't bother to come. This is the dying wish of your prodigal son. Mommy, don't bother to come. God. Oh God, I'm sorry. Today I like a lonely dog without a bone. But it's the road I choose, mommy. Let me walk it alone.
Yeah, mommy don't bother to come for me, boy, Ashbourne Brown. Brother Ashbourne Libod, I am here in my little domain, doing my thing, bigging up the folks for Mother's Day. Talking to me boy Jesse, giving him some advice to stay positive. You know, I mean, what am I supposed to do with you? When you're going to come attack me on my thread, Ashbourne, I try my best to give you the support that you need. I know that you are physically disabled, your mental state is not there. You're mentally in the grave. Mentally, you're in the grave. You know, the only thing that keeps you going is that God still have you breathing. So why you want to come mess with DJ Morrishaw this afternoon when DJ Morrishaw capable of answering you? Huh? When you talk to me privately, you tell me everything that Mark is doing wrong. But you come on this thread and you got all kind of chat to chat. You can't even visit Nevis because your health situation does not allow you to do it because of what Mark Brantley doing down there. So why don't you go take time and talk to Mark about the wrong he's doing to Nevis and leave me alone? Brother Ashbourne, I'm capable. I'm not joking. When I come to this business, I'm not, as I said this afternoon to Sam, this ain't no joking time, you know. Maybe you're chatting nonsense and the thread to get a laugh, but this is not a laughing business. You know your situation. I don't want to be punching you because when I punch above my weight. So just cool out. You understand? Chill out. Don't let me have to answer you. I want to big up my girl there, Sister Lioness Charles. You know, Sister Lioness Charles, you know, you're correct, you know. You're very correct. If Mark show up, people might say he come take the spotlight. But people ain't gonna say that because he visit Cabo from time to time. I know he don't visit Cabo from time to time. So Cabo do some good goat water and some good fish. And you know, baby Brantley like only the best. So he do visit Cabo and get his goat water and his fish. So nobody will hit him for that. But at the end of the day, as I said, we are human before we became politician and whatever. So let's just talk the things them like we are. I am not a politician. So I am not running for office. When I say the things as they are. I don't attack, so I don't want nobody attacking. But once you attack me, or attack anybody around me, attack my family and friends, it's fair game. So Brother Ashbourne, you are not a politician. You and I don't have any issue. But once you're going to come here, come talk nonsense, I'm going to respond to you. If you don't want me to respond to you, do not come on this thread, come chat nonsense. DJ Morrishaw will deal with you, and I'm not a boy. I am a gentleman. I am a very gentleman. Other people might afraid to answer you, but I'm not afraid to answer you. Wherever everybody wants to say or don't say or say or whatever. I told you before, I talked to you soft already. I talked to you up to last week after we get off the program. I said to you, what is joke to you is not joke to me. People are listening to you and they chatting your nonsense. What is joke to the butcher is dead to the cow. What is joke to the man that cutting out the chicken head is not joke to the chicken. So when you come and you're talking your nonsense, I let you slide, I let you slide, I let you slide. But not this evening. I talked to you quietly for the past month. I'm not going to continue to talk to you quietly off the air. You're going to attack. You're going to say your nonsense in the thread. I'm going to deal with you in the thread. You know your situation, so don't allow me to come at you. I respect you. I respect you, and I love you as a brother. Everybody, nobody know where the end will be or what they will run into in life. So I do not want to get into that with you. So stay quiet on the thread. Make your joke, but when it comes to what I'm talking about with Baby Brantley, you know everything I'm talking about Baby Brantley is factual. You sent me a clip there about you and some school and what Baby Brantley did to you or didn't do to you, and I asked you permission to play it. I played, so I'm not lying on you, right? So let's just keep the thing clean. You know, let's live clean and let our works be seen, right? Do not let me have to deal with you appropriately because I'm quite capable. I don't want your mommy to have to come to help you, right? So just take it easy, partner. Just take it easy and let's cool it down. Let me drop a little track here with Sister singing Francine again, and let Sister singing Francine bring down the temperature in here because I don't think these people understand what they're dealing with, you know. DJ Morrishaw don't run there. You bring it, I'm gonna take it, you know, and I'm gonna deal with you. I don't run away.
Some good quality. Saying you're a woman doesn't make you a woman. That's why I'm begging please. Some may be rich, some may be poor. That I can understand. But you must have a good character before you can be called a woman. duties of a woman is to be honest, loving and kind. Always look for a decent husband and have a contented mind. Avoid things like infidelity and with the laws of nature abide. Don't be dismayed, just do as I say, what? That's a woman's pride. Some men that say we funny, like a lot of money, gems and expensive clothes. But where we get the habit, you may not believe it, all you gentlemen know. They like to give, we love to get. So I make a decree to be ambitious, cautious, beauticious. Why? I am now a lady. The duties of a woman is to be attractive and very strong. Don't forget a decent husband and try not to do him wrong. Give him love and plenty affection. Stick with him side by side. Don't hesitate, it may be too late. That's a woman's pride. A man does love a woman, but only when a woman supply the things that he needs. True love and affection, relative subjection, respect him in word and deed. In sickness or health, poverty or wealth, he will do the best that he can. Then life will worthwhile, man, woman or child will proclaim you a woman. The duties of a woman is to cherish the man she earns. Demand all respectability and give respect in return. I know I am not perfectly perfect and I'm not ashamed to confide. Whether old or young, I'll never let down the pride of a woman's pride.
Yes, that's the sound of Sister Queen singing Francine there. That is the pride of women. And you know, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, and before I have to change my lovely Sunday afternoon to deal with some of these folks who, well, not these folks, but Mr. Libert, I know he don't have nothing to do at home, and his situation mentally, I know he's not stable. Before I have to waste my afternoon going back and forth with him, I'm going to drop one more track here and I'll be out of here. So, Brother Libert, you're going to play with your wife, eh? See what's going on over there. Just ease up, because I'm quite people are dealing with you. Tonight is not my political night, so I don't really want to get too deep with you on a Sunday afternoon. Come back to me another afternoon in the week, and we're going to find out where water walk the pumpkin belly, right? So I'm going to drop this track and I'm going to get out of here. Stand by, folks, for Queen singing Francine.
The older she gets, the sweeter her voice becomes. A former member of the Matrodymes, very experienced female entertainer, Calypso Queen of the World on 5 occasions. Would you please put your hand together? Let's welcome singing Francine.
Thank you. Hate, greed, color, racism is destroying the universe. I am totally against that. The title of my song, Equal Rights. That's my contribution for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Equal rights. I've studied days and nights. I've studied blacks and whites on the question of equal rights. I say I studied days and nights, studied blacks and whites on the question of equal rights. Well, after careful consideration, meditation has brought me to one conclusion. The old, the young, the weak and the strong, only fighting a battle of equal wrong. Because everyone is born equal, with an equal right to be born. And everyone is equal, so don't treat each other with scorn. The color of your skin doesn't mean a thing. Live and love and be satisfied. You already have your right, so there is no need to fight. The right to live is the right to die. Thank you. It is a simple case that we cannot deface. We all belong to the human race. So you can tell your bud, we all are made of mud, equivalently equal by flesh and blood. So what's the use of all this confusion, discrimination and fight for worldly possession? The rich, the poor, the weak and the small are equal in size when the master call. That's right. Everyone is born equal, with an equal right to be born. And everyone is equal, so don't treat your sister with scorn. We have the same earth to live, the same life to give, and yet we will not unite. We ought to be ashamed to play a dirty game and then talking about equal rights. Some folks may think me rude. Now I must conclude with those who show such ingratitude. The breath of life we share, the sun, the moon, and air are equal rights given to us here. We may not be the same in culture, skill, and name, or in habits, fortune, and fame. No matter who, why, what, when, and where. Now show me a man that's unequal here. Everyone is born equal, with an equal right to be born. And everyone is equal, so don't treat each other with scorn. No matter what you possess, well, you don't have to guess. The master said, let there be light. Someday you will agree. Just take time and see. Everyone has an equal life. Now there are foolish men who know but still pretend. The laws of nature try to amend. No matter what you feel, the truth you can't conceal. And for sure, what is real is real. We may not be the same in culture, skill, and name, or in habits, fortune, and fame. No matter who, why, what, when, and where. Just show me one man that is equal here. Everyone is born equal, with an equal right to be born. And everyone is equal, so don't treat your sister with scorn. We may differ in looks, in language, in shape, in ways, or even in height. But please don't forget, in life or in death, everyone has an equal right. Love.
Yes, man, love is the only answer. So, brother Ashbourne, you know, there's nothing you can do or say that will surprise me. As you are aware, I am well aware of your present situation, and 2/3 of your mental and physical abilities no longer. So if you're home and feeling down and figure you got to lash out this way, this is not the way to do it. You're on my phone, you call me all the time and talk to me. You know, I know you're going through a rough period. We all go through that rough period. And I do not want to attack you on this program and make you any further down than you have to. But I'm quite capable of dealing with you, and you know that. So, as Sister Singing Francine says, everybody has a right, but you don't have a right to be libelous, defamation, dirtying people's name, cussing people in this program. And if you're going to continue coming back here in this program to do this kind of stuff, then you know what's going to happen, right? I want everyone to have their input freely. This is an open interaction program. Folks give their input how they feel, whether politically or otherwise. But one thing I do not want is the personal attack on this program. When anyone attack me personally, I'm quite capable of dealing with them. As I've said in the past, my life is what it is. I have never done anything to you, whether Ashbourne, other than good, taking care of you, looking out for you. So if this is the way you want to take our friendship, whatever ship we have, if you want to deal with it this way, I'm quite capable of taking it down the road you want to go. But until such time, I just want to say, focus on your personal business. Make sure you take care of your wife that is there taking care of you, and understand that no matter what is going on in your life, doesn't mean that you have to make someone's lives to look like yours. You understand? If you have something that bad, you want to bring somebody into your dimension, doesn't mean you're going to get there. That is up to God. That is not up to you. We're speaking about Baby Brantley, the shadow prime minister, and we are speaking facts. We are not making up anything. It's public knowledge. So when you're going to go out there attacking people about child molester and underage this and underage that, there's always a saying out there that people accuse you of what they are. People judge you by their measurement. As a former police officer, and you know, I have heard the stories about you and the history of you as a police officer. I wasn't there. I do not know if it's facts, so I do not come to you with it. I leave it alone. But everyone have a life, everyone have a past. And if you want us to dedicate a program to you, I can do that. I can come on here any evening and dedicate a program to you. I can take a break from Baby Brantley and dedicate a program to you, just for you. So you let me know what you want to do. I have the time, right? In the meantime and between time, I want to thank my engineer there, Brother Ike, for he's so able and willing to assist me throughout the years of keeping this program going. I want to big up the man, Alvin Brown. How about my partner there, Brother Elvin Ellie, for all your assistance. Ivor Henry, everything good with you? Big up the man, Thaddeus Deposo. How about Brother Everson Harris over there in the Toronto area? I want to big up my brother there, Kent. How are you doing? How is Sister Debbie? My mascot there, Sister Dorothy Allen. You know, as we bring down the curtains here, I want to big up my boy Sugars there. How is Shamada? Happy Mother's Day to you. How are you doing? Happy Mother's Day to Sister Catherine Morris and crew. I just want to wish everyone a lovely Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, wherever you may be. There's a lot going on in our beloved Federation. Let's be the citizen that we should be and continue to support, give encouragement, and do the good that we can do. I love that about Prime Minister Joe. We are here to do the good that we can do to assist our Federation and our people. Not what we want to do. What you want to do is easy, because most people, they're selfish. It's all about them. But it's the good that you can do, not because there's a benefit in it for you, but because it's a betterment for the community. Remember how we all came here? Our ancestors, the slave and the toil, for us to benefit what we are benefiting now, the fun and joy that we are having now, because our ancestors of the past, the toil for us to get this luxury. Let's try and return the favor by doing the same and try to live a more positive life for our future generation. And don't forget to thank each and every woman that you see out there in the street, no matter the age or the color. Women are someone that we have to respect and give respect to. I know some of them drive us crazy from time to time, because women only have to say one thing and your heart start to bleed. But the bottom line is we got to give them that respect. I want to big up my girl, dear sister Marcia Smith, the Tortola. Hope all is well with you. Happy Mother's Day, Sister Aileen, Sister Brenda, and crew. I want to say a special good evening to all. And with that, we will be getting out of here right about now. So, one love.